We are witnessing the erosion of voting protections. Protections many believed were settled law.
Vermont Senate Democrats announcing new legislation they say will protect voters.
Not in the last 60 years has the right to vote been so under threat and under attack.
The landmark Voting Rights Act of 1965 prohibited discrimination at the polls and made things like literacy tests, poll taxes, and racial gerrymandering illegal, and rapidly expanded election participation. The bill introduced today would make those protections state law and even aims to expand voting access even further, adding language assistance and new accommodations for the elderly and disabled, which would allow them to fill out their ballot outside of their polling location.
Although Vermont scores high in overall access to the vote, it is ranked 49th in access to the vote for people with disabilities.
And Vermont is just the latest state to consider a law like this. According to the National State Conference of Legislatures, 9 other states have enacted their own state-level voting rights acts, including New York. Meantime, Vermont is already facing a lawsuit related to its voting laws after Secretary of State Sarah Copeland-Hanzas did not turn over voter data to the feds last year. She said state-level protections are necessary in this political climate.
Who knew that in 2026, each state would need to stand as a barrier?
Senate Republican Scott Beck says actions to advance voting protections rights should be supported and says it's an opportunity to send a clear messaging to voters about how to participate in elections, big or small.
Our mishmash right now of some elections have mail-in ballots, some don't, I think is very confusing to voters.
Separately, one House Republican has introduced 2 bills that would require proof of citizenship when registering to vote and the introduction of a required voter ID. The ideas are facing intense pushback from Democrats.
I appreciate when we have bills like that, because if they in fact come to the floor, then you'll find out, and it lets the general public find out why it's nonsense.
And Vermont's voting rights bill will be introduced this week. It's then expected to be assigned to committee. Live in Winooski, James Maloney, NBC5 News.